Yep. Hey, oh, Bailey. Oh, Bailey, be careful. Alright, it's okay. Bailey, 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 Bailey. Okay, yeah, you made it. Yay.
Holy moly. I'm Erin. After over a decade of being a CrossFit coach and personal trainer, I ditched the gym for workouts at home. But even for a fitness instructor, working out alone can be tough. So I invite you to work out with me. Welcome back. This is So Pumped Fitness and my name is Erin. I appreciate you choosing me as your personal trainer today for your at-home workout or wherever your workout finds you. I'm so excited to burn some calories in today's workout. Here's what we have waiting for you. 6 rounds of 45 seconds of swings, followed by 15 seconds of rest, and then 45 seconds of burpees, followed by 15 more seconds of rest. You're going to need something to swing, so grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and then of course if you don't have one of those items, get creative. In the how-to video that's popping up in the corner of your screen, you'll learn how to use objects found around the house, such as a grocery bag full of cans, a paint can, a gallon jug, or any sort of weighted object that you can hang onto and swing. And if you're just starting out on your fitness journey, you're going to want to make sure to check out the how-to video for burpees as well, since there are options for getting started with this often challenging movement. Today's workout is a high-intensity interval workout, also known as a HIIT workout. And since we'll be moving on the same time intervals, I'll tell you when to start and when to rest. But keep in mind that high intensity is relative, and what might feel like high intensity to me might be way too much or too little for you. So make sure to work at your own pace. You don't have to try to keep up with me rep for rep. So keep watching. We're about to do a 5-minute warm-up, then we'll practice the movements, then we'll do our high intensity workout, and after that, we've got a stretch coming up. Let's get started. Let's get warmed up. This warm-up is going to be 5 minutes long, and every 30 seconds we'll change activities. I want you to move at a warm-up pace, which is not at a high intensity. And remember, you don't have to match me rep for rep. So go at your own warm-up pace, regardless of if it's faster or slower than mine. We're going to start out running in place for 30 seconds. Here we go. So we're lifting those feet, we're landing softly on the balls of our feet, we're pumping our arms from our shoulders, keeping our heads up high, taking deep breaths. So we just enjoy a little warm-up run here. We've got 10 more seconds left. Keep running in place. And in 5 seconds, we're going to go to jumping jacks, which again, do not have to be at a high intensity. Here we go. Jumping jacks for 30 seconds. If you need to take that jump out of it, we can go here where we're stepping our jumping jacks. So choose which option is best for you right now in the warm-up. You should feel our heart rate rising. We're taking deep breaths, filling our lungs full of air, and just enjoying this feeling of getting warmed up for today's workout. Now we're going to slow things down and go to a knee pull. So we're pulling that knee up to our chest, alternating big marching steps here. And as we do our knee pull, we might feel a little bit of a stretch through our glutes, which is our butt area, maybe in our lower backs, maybe in our hamstrings. This is just continuing to get us loosened up and warmed up, getting ready for today's workout. We've got a few more seconds here, and then after we finish knee pull, we're going to go back to running in place. 3, 2, and here we go. Running in place again. Same as before, taking those feet up directly underneath us, almost like we're trying to tap our heels to our butt. And then we're pumping our arms, moving from the shoulders, moving our bodies as much as we can here. Just at that warm-up pace, big movements, getting the blood flowing, getting our breath going. We've got 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to do a stretch for our quads that we call quad pull. 3, 2, and let's go to that quad pull. So we're alternating here, grabbing our ankle, feeling a stretch through the front of our legs. Really move at your own pace here. If you're especially sore, or if this is a movement that is difficult for you to get into, but maybe you want to pause in the stretch a little bit longer. But if this is relatively easy for you, then go ahead and keep alternating, continuing to move here. 5 more seconds, and then we're going back to our jumping jacks. And let's go for it. Jumping jacks can be those high intensity ones, or remember, we can go low intensity, whichever option is right for you. We've got another 20 seconds here in our jumping jacks. 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to a stretch for our hamstrings, the muscles along the backs of our legs. This is called a triangle stretch. So we're slowing here, taking a step forward, making a triangle with our legs, hinging from our hips until we feel that stretch in the back of our legs. Then we're standing up, switching it out, and continuing to move here. So as we continue to move, this is called dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching is what we want to do before we work out to get our blood pumping and just introduce our bodies to a fuller range of motion that we might have experienced today sitting at our desks or in our car or whatever it is that we do. Okay, moving on from there, we're running in place again. So we do our dynamic stretching before the workout, and then at the end of the workout, we've got that 5-minute stretch that are longer, what we call static stretches. And that's to help flush the lactic acid from our muscles, try to help us not be quite as sore and stiff after our workout. Make sure to stick around for that part after we finish the high intensity workout. Our next warm-up exercise is our floor to ceiling exercise. We're setting our feet shoulder width, we're squatting down, keeping our chest up, touching the floor, and then reaching up like we're trying to touch the ceiling. Squat down, touch the floor, reach up, try to touch the ceiling. Keep moving here. This is warming up our leg muscles as we go into that deep squat, and then warming up our shoulders, stretching up toward the ceiling. Keep going. 5 more seconds here. Our last exercise of this warm-up is going to be inchworms. So we're hinging from our hips, walking our hands forward until we're in a plank position. And then we're pushing our hips up, walking our hands back, bending our knees, standing back up. Keep going here. Hinging down, walking our hands forward, and then walking back up and standing. Good, you got this. Getting those shoulders moving, arm muscles warmed up. Good, and that'll do it for our warm-up. Stick around, we are going to practice the movements that we're doing in today's workout. In today's workout, we are doing swings and burpees. Since I know you've already watched the how-to videos, this is just a quick refresher and practice. For our swings, the movement that you do depends on the object that you're swinging. If you're swinging an odd object and you're being creative, such as a paint can, a grocery bag full of canned goods, or some other object that you found around the house that you just know that you can swing, then you're gonna swing that up to shoulder height. And whether you have an odd object or a typical object to swing, we can all go up to shoulder height. So let's practice this all together. We're doing 5 swings here, pulling our abs in strong, our back is flat. Let's pull that object in and then squeeze our butt, swinging the object up to shoulder height. Standing up tall, abs in strong as we swing. Good. If you have an odd object, the next time we swing and we go all the way up overhead, keep swinging to shoulder height. If you have that dumbbell or kettlebell and it's a manageable weight and you're comfortable getting it all the way up overhead, then that's an option as well. Let's do 5 more swings to your own comfortable height. Abs strong, squeeze. Remember, it's that jumping squeeze of our butt motion that powers that swing. Good. And now let's talk about our burpees. Since you've already watched the how-to video, you know that you can start out against a wall or maybe on a table or some sort of elevated ledge to take the difficulty down a notch. Now, if you're going to do them on the floor, that's great too. Wherever you're doing your burpees, let's do 5 burpees to practice. So our hands go down either to our floor or that ledge, and then we're bringing our feet back, bodies all the way to the ground. If we're on the ground, we're pressing back up, feet flat, and then we're jumping and clapping. Let's go a little bit quicker. Hands down, jump or step the feet back. Feet come up, we stand and clap. 3 more. We're making sure that our elbows are back at a 45-degree angle, the same way that they would be in that good push-up. And as we stand up, we're making sure that our feet are flat, so that when we stand up, it looks like we're standing up out of a squat. Those are our 2 movements for today. Grab water, take a break if you need to, but we're about to get started. Today's high-intensity interval workout is a special treat because we're all switching intervals at the same time. So listen for the boxing bell And that will tell you when to stop and go. Our first exercise is going to be those swings, and we are starting in 10 seconds. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. And 15 seconds of rest. Remember, for these burpees, we can step our feet back or we can jump our feet back, and you do not have to match my pace. Go at a high intensity for you. Rest. It's nice to be able to take some rest after the burpees. Hopefully you counted your burpees. The goal is to get the same amount of burpees every time we come around to that. We are 1 round down. We have 5 to go. Kettlebell swings are right now. Excellent. We're getting ready for those burpees. I hope you remember how many you did last time. Let's see if we can get close to that same amount in this round. Rest is really nice after the burpees. So for these kettlebell swings, remember that if we're going up overhead, it is especially essential to keep our abs pulled in strong. We don't want an arched back, we want strong abs. And it's time for burpees again. This is our third round of burpees. You've got this. Whether you're stepping the feet back or jumping the feet back, we want quality over quantity. Three rounds in, that means we are halfway. You are doing excellent. Again, keep that quality up. Really important to have our abs in strong for both of these exercises. Shoulders down and back as well. Okay, once again, getting ready for those burpees. Keep that number of reps consistent. You got this. Make sure you breathe. We're going in 3, 2, and here we go. Oh my goodness. That is 4 rounds down. We have 2 to go. You are doing excellent. Keep the strength, the power up. All right, second to last set of burpees. Whoo! We got this, come on, we're in this together. Keep them going. last round of swings. I'm gonna grab my paint here. For those of you who are using those odd objects, I'm gonna join you in the shoulder level swings. This is our last round of swings. Let's finish strong. All right, we are getting ready for our last set of burpees. Push it. Let's see if we can get one extra burpee here in this last set that we have. We're going in 3 seconds and go. And that will do it for our workout today. Excellent job. Burpees are challenging for a lot of people. You made it through a ton of them just now. Take a few breaths and then let's stick around for the stretch. We are going to do all of our stretches standing up today, including a standing quad stretch where we'll be balancing on one leg. So pause real quick if you need to grab a chair or something to balance against. Okay, let's get started with a standing chest expansion, clasping our fingers behind us, squeezing our shoulder blades together, and then if we can, lifting those hands from our butts. So for some people, their hands are going to be way high, and then for others, your hands might not leave your butt at all. I guess I'm somewhere in the middle. This stretch is for the front of our chest, the front of our shoulders, basically those muscles that pushed us up out of the bottom of our burpee. Take one more big breath here, and then we are releasing that for a neck stretch. Let's take our right hand behind us and then drop that left ear over toward your left shoulder. So we should be getting a nice stretch here in the right side of our necks. We're gonna hang out here for another 30 seconds, just letting that left ear relax over, relaxing our right shoulder down, lengthening through the side of our neck here. These muscles can get tight both in our burpees and in our kettlebell swings. 15 more seconds here, just breathing, relaxing. Good, and then we are going to switch that, taking our head up and then just bringing our left hand behind us, forearm parallel to the floor. Now taking our right ear over toward our right shoulder, relaxing and stretching through the left side of our necks. And let's take some deep breaths here. The wonderful thing about choosing me, Erin, So Pumped Fitness, as your personal trainer is that you don't have to think at all. Just hit play, follow along with me. I will tell you everything that you need to do. 10 more seconds here. Now we've got our balancing quad stretch coming up next. Let's take our heads up, relax that arm, and then starting out balancing on our right leg, let's take our left ankle and we're going to our quad stretch. So our quad is this muscle here in the front of our leg. And we're standing up tall. We're pressing our hips forward to really get that good stretch. Making sure that our left knee is pointed straight down at the floor. Abs are pulled in strong. And this is kind of a nice shoulder stretch as well if we let our shoulder really sit down and back here. Good, and let's go ahead and switch that out. So balancing on our left leg, now we're grasping that right ankle, hanging out here, feeling that stretch through the front of our right leg. Breathing, standing tall, pressing our hips forward, knee pointed straight down at the floor. I hope that you feel super proud of yourself, very accomplished. After today's workout, burpees are no joke. They're one of those exercises that whether you love them or you hate them, they never really get easier. You just are able to do them faster, and then it's harder all over again. But you did a great job with all of your burpees today. Let's release that right ankle. We are going to come down to a standing straddle. So we're taking our feet wide, about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. And then we're going to hinge down and just let our bodies hinge from our hips. Let our heads relax down. We should feel this stretch through our inner thighs, through the backs of our legs, maybe even in our lower backs. Relaxing our hands down to the floor. We have just a slight bend in the knees. We're letting our heads and necks relax. Some of us are going to just barely be able to put our hands on the floor. Some of us might be able to go really low, maybe even resting the top of our heads on the floor. Wherever you are is where you should be. Let's keep hanging out here for about another 30 seconds. And once again, we want to check in, make sure that our knees are not locked out. So a slight bend in the knees. We're thinking about pushing our butts back and up, just really getting that good hamstring stretch through the backs of our legs. We've got 10 more seconds here. Good, and let's ease ourselves up out of that. I like to walk the feet together, bend the knees, and just ease myself up. Make sure you don't get lightheaded here. Grab that chair if you need to. We don't want to be fainting at the end of this workout today. We've come so far. Don't faint now. Thank you so much for joining me today in that burpee and swing workout. Whether you are at home, in a gym, wherever you are working out today, I really appreciate you joining me for my workout, and I will see you next time.